everyone. Welcome to the Cārvāka podcast. This is your host Kushalmehra. So this is part 2 of our Lok Sabha elections 2024 coverage. We were hoping when we had done our part 1 that by this time all the political outfits will have declared their candidates, but lo and behold, they have not. In Mumbai, both Congress and BJP have not declared their candidates. The case of Congress, I think they have also not declared it in 3-4 seats, and BJP has also not declared in 3-4 seats. So the problem is we are still stuck. Although BJP, as of now, has had 8 or 9 lists or 10 lists, I don't remember, because sometimes there are just 3 candidates that they release, and that is list number X or Y.
Also depends on what state they are releasing. Languages bhi alag aate hain. Kuch states are, kuch lists have been only in English, kuch have been in English.
So basically we are we're stuck. Like in Mumbai, I can tell you BJP has not declared its candidate from Mumbai North Central,
Yes.
Mumbai South, and Mumbai Northwest, or Shiv Sena BJP, both. They have not declared the candidate. So it's very hard to gauge what's going to happen beyond a point.
Correct.
Because you don't know the candidate.
And let me say one point. Anyone who says that they can do opinion polls without looking at candidates are absolutely bullshitting, because they can't. Like, there are some seats where you can. Like, I can tell you that there are some seats which, are BJP strongholds, or
Mumbai North. I can tell you Mumbai North.
Exactly.
BJP is going to win it.
BJP is going to win it. Yeah, so Piyush Goyal is the candidate, and he should, or even Northeast for that matter, BJP should sweep through comfortably, where Mihir Kotecha is the candidate. But the crucial ones are South, North Central, and Northwest, where there is
seat in Bombay has always been historically Mumbai South and North Central. That has been the toughest seats.
So and it used to be Northwest, but then Northwest and North Central had certain boundary changes after 2008. So one of them used to be Sunil Dutt's old seat, and then the other, even Pramod Mahajan has stood a couple of times from the northern areas of Mumbai. So
it's going to... Pramodji used to fight from Mihir Kotecha seat.
Correct. No, well, but it was different boundaries at that time.
Yeah. वो तो delimitation.
Delimitation. Yeah. And sorry, and Manohar Joshi used to fight from one of them. Then he lost in 2004 to Eknath Gaikwad, and then he never fought an election again. So,
Govinda has joined Shinde Sena, and people should remember that Govinda actually defeated Ram Nayak, an established politician. ये हमारे देश के हाल है. Established politician like Ram Nayak.
There are 2 people who have defeated Ram Nayak. One is Govinda, the other is Sanjay Nirupam. Both have quit the Congress.
Yes. Sanjay Nirupam ने तो बोला तुम ऐसा कर रहे हो, कांग्रेस ने next day उनको निकाल दिया.
Yes, and both have defeated Ram Nayak in the same Mumbai North stronghold, which, I mean, Sanjay Nirupam, we know why he won, because Raj Thakre's candidate essentially split the Marathi vote there. And in the end, only Gujaratis, or 80% of the Gujarati population, voted for Ram Nayak, and it was clearly not enough. So the reason why Bombay North was a stronghold was because BJP and Sena both had their pockets. BJP had some Marathi vote, some Gujarati vote, and then Sena had some Marathi vote. There is a little bit of Marwadi vote as well over there, and together it was a formidable. So if BJP and Shiv Sena, the erstwhile Shiv Sena, was in alliance, that would be a seat you win by 2-3 lakh votes. Right now, even though Shinde is there, he should be able to bring some votes and stuff. And there are 2 other seats where they should win quite easily, which are the Thane and the Kalyan seats, where still
Thane ka bhi candidate can't declare kiya hai.
Exactly. Neither Thane or Kalyan have been declared, and which is a shocker, because both of those I would expect them to go to Shinde Sena, but for some reason they have not declared, because that is where Shinde is from.
It's ridiculous. What's happening is ridiculous. Candidates need time to campaign. They need time to prepare booth level workers. They need time for everything. But listen, I get the Congress not declaring anything, right? But why is the BJP not doing it? It makes no sense at all. It makes no sense at all.
Is a mystery of unimaginable proportions, and so I don't know what is happening. But I'll tell you this. I'll tell you one thing. If you look at the seats, Eknath Khadse is back now within the BJP, and his daughter-in-law, I think Raksha Khadse, has been repeated from Raver, because earlier there was an issue with Jalgaon. There was a Unmesh Patil is a sitting MP. He was not given the ticket, so he has joined the Congress party, and with that you are going to have you're going to have what you may call a problem in the BJP candidate. So it's a safe BJP seat where BJP has winning it since 1999. Now BJP has they have lost the candidate. They have nominated Smita Wag, and then they were hoping कि एकनाथ खड़से जो NCP में है, he'll get a few votes and Congress may have a chance. But then BJP has plugged the gap. So they have been making good moves in Maharashtra, but they have not been declaring candidates.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
what the hell this whole candidate thing is, but still, we will go ahead. I guess then today, which states do we cover? I mean, we start with Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. I guess we can start there.
हाँ चलो वहां से शुरू करते हैं तेलंगाना is the most fascinating. Let's start with Andhra Pradesh, then we can go to Telangana.
Yeah, Andhra
So
Pradesh में total 25 है ना लोकसभा seats,
total 25 Lok Sabha seats. So the
and
erstwhile
Telangana में 17 है.
17. So the erstwhile Andhra Pradesh was 42, and it was split by going 25 into Andhra and 17 to Telangana.
Yeah.
So Andhra Pradesh had a one-sided election last time. I mean, if I tell you the one to it was as one-sided as Gujarat was in terms of the general election, because maybe you can say not completely, because Chandrababu Naidu did win one or two Lok Sabha seats, but Jagan Mohan Reddy, even three. I think Jagan Mohan Reddy got close to 50% of the vote. 49.9%. So it was a complete sweep, and Chandrababu Naidu got 40%. So I mean, that was not even close. There was this BJP put up its candidates, Congress put up its candidate, and so did the Janasena party, which is Pawan Kalyan's party. Janasena party got about 5% of the vote, BJP got 1% of the vote, and Congress got 1.3% of the vote. So since BJP was not in alliance with any of the Telugu Desam party or any other parties from there, it didn't stand a chance, and it got a total 3 lakh votes, right? And so it was a complete YSR wave. Now this time it's a complete opposite situation, because BJP, Pawan Kalyan and Chandrababu Naidu have understood that they need to form an alliance. But and so they have formed an alliance where BJP Chandrababu is fighting 17 seats, BJP is fighting 6 seats, and Pawan Kalyan is fighting 2 seats. Here is the problem. If you look at the map of Andhra Pradesh of the seats that they are fighting, and I'll send you the link. I don't know if you have the link on that. If you can pull it up, it's split. So BJP is fighting 2 seats in the south and 4 seats in the north, and that's where Pawan Kalyan is. और बीच में सारा TDP का area है. Right, so that is what they are split, and then BJP is trying to get that a bit of the urban vote. So you have Tirupati, Rajampet, uh, Rajamundry. I think BJP was really interested in either fighting Vizag or Vijayawada, but of course TDP prevailed there, and they went. Vizag was a seat, Vishakhapatnam was a seat in 2014 that P Haribabu won as a BJP nominee, and they were also hoping to get a face in Vijayawada, but again Vijayawada is a very a strong TDP seat, so they were not going to give it to anyone. So that is the split. Now what BJP has to be careful about is, right now, if there are polls and stuff being done where it is clearly being shown, yes, that is the map, that is the split that I was talking about. And so if you look at that map closely, the seats number 1, 5, 8 and 9 in the north, those are the seats that BJP are fighting, and then number 23 and 24, which are Tirupati and Rajampeta in the south, that BJP is fighting. Now before the alliances were announced in December 2023, when the polls were done, this is very crucial. Why is Rajshekhar Reddy's party, or Jagan Mohan Reddy, there was a faux pas named after his father, YSR's party, was getting close to 50% of the vote. Now since there is, the vote is not splitting, and since there is a proper opposition candidate, there has been a sort of a coalition of BJP, Janasena, and TDP, which is getting back some of the votes. So now ABP News, Sea Voter, and News 18 both are pitching that combo between 45 and 50%. I don't think it's going as high as 50%, but it is certainly in the high 40s range. If it is in the high 40s range and there is a vote transfer happening, NDA will easily win about 12 to 13 seats in Andhra Pradesh. And although Jagan Mohan Reddy is going to be the sort of the de facto leader in Andhra Pradesh, the leader by default, I think TDP and BJP are going to cause quite a splash. But I'm going to go ahead and make a prediction here, and I mean, of course, we can only do it by the data we get. I think BJP, TDP, Janasena might emerge as a single largest combination in the Lok Sabha, but I think Jagan Mohan Reddy will still come back as the chief minister of Andhra Pradesh. There is going to be a split ticket voting. I think Mr. Modi being the face and the national election being the situation is going to matter. I don't think BJP is fighting as many MLAs as they are fighting the MPs, because if you look at the MLAs, this should translate to at least about 40 to 50 MLAs, and I don't see them fighting that many seats. So I think on the MLAs, they still want, give Chandrababu Naidu a big thing. So Chandrababu Naidu, this is good. Alliance might be a win-win for BJP. Chandrababu Naidu might not be very happy with if he doesn't get the chief minister's chair, but I will be highly shocked if Jagan Mohan Reddy bows out. Even if he loses, even if he were to lose, it is going to be one of the closest elections. But here is the madness that is Indian elections, Kushal. 2023 December, which is 4 months ago, all the opinion polls were giving 24 to 25 seats to YSRCP. The same opinion polls 3 months later are giving 10 seats. What a crazy jump that is in 3 months.
Yeah.
And the campaigning has not even hit the feverish pitch that we expect. Another thing to note, Andhra Pradesh does not vote till 13th May, one
Hmm.
of the last phases to vote. So there is one whole month of campaigning left, 5 more weeks. So
And
do not.
listen, all these polls right now are slightly problematic for another reason. So I'll put the map out. Most people don't realize that elections may what happens in the first month also tends to influence what happens in the second month of the voting pattern. Um, um, but let's say people start voting, right, and there is a certain direction that the country is going, and news travels fast, and voters are very intelligent. They don't like to vote, waste their vote. So if they see a certain trend in the early elections, it travels fast, and latter projections have to change.
Hmm.
That is why.
Absolutely. So the whole issue why 2004 is such a big sort of thing in a lot of BJP supporters' eyes is because in 2004 the polls did not get the election wrong. They got the BJP's numbers wrong. The Congress was spot on. Ultimately, Congress or BJP mein, the difference was only 7 seats. Congress was at 145, BJP was at 138. So they expected the BJP, and even if you see the opinion polls got BJP wrong. When you started looking at the exit polls data, see exit polls, only now do we have the thing where exit polls have to be published after the voting is done. I think first you were looking at exit polls per phase, which was crazy because you cannot just keep publishing exit polls data, and I don't think there was any regulation, if I'm not mistaken. So in the exit polls and the surveys that came after the first second phases were over, you did see a recalibration. I don't see that happening this time given the data that we have. But the issue is that the opinion, and by data, I don't mean opinion poll data, given the data of the voters, voting patterns, constituencies. So you can divide India up into Indian Lok Sabha into three parts. Before we go to Telangana, I want to make this point. One is your core seats, right? Your
Mhm.
either your core BJP seats or your core Congress seats. And I define core seats by seats you have not lost in the last 3 or 4 elections. The reason I'm saying is 2009 was that core election for BJP where only the core voters voted for them, right? Like 2019, 2009, they didn't get a lot of additional vote. Similar 2014 and 2019, Congress only the core Congresses voted for them. Clearly they had no swing vote and so forth. So that is your first part. Your second part is your state leaders seat. So there are although there's one Lok Sabha elections, there are also 543 Lok Lok Sabha seats that are going to polls, and a significant number, about 40 or 50, maybe even more, in the 70s range, are decided by state factors. So you have things like your in Uttar Pradesh, your Azamgarh, your Mainpuri, your Kannauj, then your seats like Moradabad and Muzaffarpur with more than 40% Muslim votes. You
Hmm.
find that the Muslim vote of the state will go to the strongest state party. So that's not either a strong Congress seat nor a strong SP seat or something. They will generally just go with the person who is more likely to defeat the BJP. That is the trend we have seen. So I would call those state seats, right? We call Thane, Kalyan, Bhivandi. Those are your state seats, and the third seats are your pure swing seats, and they just swing from every election to the every election, and those are called your bellwether seats. Ki, the party that wins one this seat in will go and win the Lok Sabha, right? There is one seat like that in Gujarat called Valsad, where our
Yeah.
friend Dhaval Patel is the nominee. Valsad is a seat where it has just voted for every single party that has been in power for a long time. So those are the three seats, and when you are doing it an opinion poll, you have to analyze. So number one, for the first set, you have enough data to see. You don't need an opinion poll unless there is some cataclysmic wave that is happening, that everyone, and most pollsters that I know and I talk to privately, don't send out people for, like, I'll give you an example, Gandhinagar Lok Sabha. Everyone knows Amit Shah is going to win, right? Things like that. But Amethi used to be that seat till 2014, but then Smriti Irani's entry changed it. So then pollsters started saying, people. So this time the opinion pollsters, the numbers they've seen, and when we go to the Northeast, I'll tell you the inherent contradictions that I've seen within the polls, where it doesn't make sense, and I'm like, ye kahan se leke aaye yaar ye log? So I just wanted to
Yeah.
make that point.
Okay. So before we go to the Northeast, acha, for everybody who's watching this live like now or going to be listening to it later, हाँ भैया, finally मेरी book आ गई है. I was just waiting to announce it for a little bit when the viewer numbers are going to increase. Maybe hashtag maybe Shana. So here you go. That is the Amazon link. You can go and give your pre-order. Unfortunately, it is only available for pre-order for people in India right now. We are working on the .com link so that people in other countries can also start placing their orders, and the Kindle copy will not come before the end of April because भाई पब्लिशर बोलता है कि किंडल आ जाएगी तो बहुत लोग कांट करना शुरू कर देते हैं, तो 4 हफ्ते बाद किंडल करो प्लीज. सो वट एवर, किंडल बाद में आएगी.
बेशरम,
सो
हम अमेरिका वालों के लिए कुछ सोचा करो, बेशरम.
नहीं अभी करेंगे यार. सो टू एवरीबडी who wants to buy this, you can go and buy it on Amazon right now. The link is there in the bottom of the screen. You can just go on amazon.in and type Nastik Kushal Mehra and you'll see this book. So jao, kharido. And if you have bought it just now, if you've placed the order just now, do tag me on social media on Twitter at the rate Kushal underscore Mehra. And now we'll go to the Northeast.
नहीं नहीं,
um
लेट्स टॉक
no-
तेलंगाना फर्स्ट, फिर नॉर्थ ईस्ट.
okay,
बिकॉज,
Telangana. Okay.
हाँ, बिकॉज आंध्रा की बात की है तो Telangana is the most fascinating three-way contest this time. It's a true three-way contest, but now the regional party TRS, which had rebranded to BRS, is now slowly becoming VRS. It is actually becoming voluntary retirement scheme for your Chandrasekhar Rao and group. Because look at the last election. TRS is the big party in Telangana, gets 42% of the vote with 11 seats. BJP becomes the second party with gets 4 seats, and Congress gets 3 seats. So sorry, 9 seats. So 9, 4, and 3. That was the split, and then 1 seat is reserved in Telangana for Mr. Asaduddin Owaisi, the seat of Hyderabad. He always wins that. What that told you was that, BRS was basically still there. KCR's 42% vote was intact, and that nothing was going to happen to that. But another thing happens in between. KCR sort of is not active the same way he used to be 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Still active, but not in the same way. There are allegations against K. Kavita, his daughter. There are also various allegations about, its cadre. A lot of the cadre is jumping ship to the BJP or Congress. And BJP is making a serious splash. In fact, I think, and we talked about this, Kushal, BJP messed up big time by not contesting the assembly elections as forcefully as they should have. Bandi Sanjay Kumar should have been given a bigger sort of role, and I think they realized their mistake. So in the 2024 Lok Sabha, Kishan Reddy, although is the leader in the party, BJP has declared all their nominees, and they have some very strong faces. So they have Bandi Sanjay Kumar, Dharmapuri Arvind, Etala Rajendra, who is the from Malkajgiri, one of the biggest seats in India, more than 29 lakh votes or something. G. Kishan Reddy, who is from Sikandrabad, the seat they should keep up. Again, Konda Vishweshwar Reddy face DK Aruna, who used to be in the Congress, is now in the BJP from Mehboob Nagar. She made a big fight of the seat last time. I think this could be something that BJP looks at winning. Last time BJP was the number 2 party and Congress was the number 3 party. They and that from they had a jump in more than 1 or 2 lakh votes. So I think this time Telangana BJP is looking at winning at least 5 or 6 seats.
I'm really fascinated about Ovesi ka seat.
Huh.
That's going to be a fun competition.
That's a fun competition. They have Kompeli Madhavi Lata. She's you have seen her in that. The
So fiery
issue with
candidate.
fiery candidate, absolutely, and that's what you need. You need a fiery candidate from thing. The issue with OSC's seat is the demographic difference and the seat. He leads by 2.8 lakh votes,
Jeetega.
right?
वो
Huh.
जीतेगा.
OIC, yeah. I mean, there is no way. I mean, he's gotten more than 52%. Last time in 2019, you saw BJP getting a bit of a jump after sort of Congress nominated a Muslim face, Firoz Khan. So they thought that maybe BJP would get more votes. What ended up happening is BJP actually lost 5% vote compared to 2014. So BJP was about at 27% and OIC jumped to 60%, close to 59%. So he'll win. But Madhavi will, I think, Madhavi Lata will make this a contest where at least it's a battle of ideas, right? So and TRS also does this weird setting with Osaduddin Owaisi. It's a more than 60% Muslim seat, right? Yet they will always nominate a Hindu from the seat in the hope that they cut into the Hindu votes of the BJP and get and essentially ensure full Muslim polarization on that. So I think Madhavi Lata knows this thing, that this is the election might be quote unquote already lost, but this is a great time to make some points, make some political points, and take some positions against Asaduddin Owaisi. And I think that is what she has been doing. And so
Yeah.
kudos to her. And because वो पूरी कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में एक ही सीट है, गोशा महल, which BJP has won by Raja Singh. The only way
The
BJP
man
can
who's
really,
I'm not a fan of.
yeah, and I
No,
mean
I
and
don't
the
like
thing
his
is,
politics.
yeah, exactly. And the thing is, people may say the demographic reality and so forth, but
I
again,
understand, but
it's
this is
choices.
not how democracy functions. I mean, or at least I don't like him, and I don't. It doesn't mean I have to like Owaisi and his party, but I don't. I'm not a fan of the guy, but it's okay. It's the BJP's problem, not mine.
Yeah, exactly. So but what I wanted to make an important point, Kushal, was that there are about 2 or 3 seats like Yakutpura and Bahadurpura, right? So in 2023 you had an interesting thing called Majlis Bachao Tehreek, which is a party that's formed out of it was erstwhile AIMIM, almost won that seat. So MIM won Yakutpura only by 800 votes, right? And so and same for Bahadurpura, where Bahadurpura mein that was an easy win. But there are 3 assembly seats where Congress came very close with Muslim faces because they had a polarization of Muslim votes. So the only way Hyderabad is a fight if Congress nominates a serious Muslim candidate and Asaduddin Owaisi and their vote splits. Again, I'm not saying it will happen, but I'm saying if that does happen, uh, you never know. BJP did win Azamgarh once. BJP
Hmm.
did win Rampur once in 2014. Dr. Nepal Singh won Rampur because there was a split
Correct.
in Muslim votes, and then Dinesh Lal Yadav Nirahua won Azamgarh. So stranger things have happened in India, but that is Andhra Pradesh and Telangana for you.
Yeah. So now let's cover the entire, at least the smaller northeastern states. We can look at them all, right? We can look at Sikkim, Nagaland,
Hmm.
Mizoram, Tripura, Meghalaya, Manipur, and
So
Arunachal Pradesh. We can look at
so
all of them together, right, as a cluster.
yes, and then we'll also talk about Assam. So
या पहले मैंने बोला छोटे जो स्टेट, जैसे अरुणाचल में दो हैं,
correct,
मणिपुर में एक है, मेघालय में दो हैं, त्रिपुरा में दो हैं, मिजोरम में एक है, नागालैंड में एक है, सिक्किम में एक है, ठीक है।
right.
और
So
अंडमान एंड निकोबार भी एक है, मगर वो तो दूसरी जगह आ गया। दादरा एंड नगर हवेली एक है, लक्षद्वीप एक है, पुदुचेरी एक है, और लद्दाख तो यूनियन टेरिटरी है।
so Andhra, so we will talk. Ladakh is a whole new thing because अभी तो आज मैंने न्यूज़ पढ़ा है कुछ सेक्शन 144 has also been imposed.
या
But
144 लगाया गया।
हम लद्दाख की बात अंत में करेंगे. पहले I'll talk with Arunachal. Arunachal is one of the easiest elections to predict this time. I think it's 2-0 BJP. They'll get with a uh, 50% plus vote. The sea voter polls gives them like what 61%. Last time they won it with a 58% margin. They have two very senior faces in Kiran Rijiju and Tapir Gao. Arunachal West, they'll go. BJP has a strong sort of presence in the assembly as well. और northeast में तो अरुणाचल में तो अजीब ही ऐसा होता है that whenever a party in center gets in power, there is a complete lock, stock and barrel shift from one party to the other. So there, people from Congress to BJP don't go one by one. The entire party, like 15 people, 20 people, just shift. And so that is going to happen, and BJP has not experimented much. It's going to they've kept it. Congress also has not experimented much. Nabam Tukki, who is the ex chief minister of Arunachal, has been given that, and then Bosiram Siram has been given the other, who's the MLA from Pasighat East. But the thing is, I have not seen an election where Arunachal would, except for maybe 2004, I have not seen an election where Arunachal votes completely against party trends. In 2004 they voted BJP. 2009 they voted it was a split seat between 2009 state Congress. 2014 was a split, and since then it's been going BJP's way, and 2024 would be the same. So that now when it comes to Manipur and Meghalaya, it's becoming a little weird because of Manipur, obviously, because of BJP actually won a seat last time. I don't think they're contesting seats, they're giving it to the allies because of the issues that happened in Manipur and the protests and so forth. I think they are not they're giving it to the allies under NEDA. And then I think under in NEDA, they should win two seats. There is one seat which is inner Manipur, where Congress has a little bit of a chance, because last time I think BJP won it by about 17,000 votes. So that is the seat to take look at. Ki Congress can, Congress does have a solid vote base. They have about at least I would not be surprised if Congress even won both the seats there, because they've in 2014 that happened too. And they are trying to sort of say that we trying to play up the protest. And then you have Okram Ibobi Singh, who is 75, who's not that old. So I think he still can campaign from them. Okay, so I stand corrected. There is a BJP candidate from Inner Manipur. I personally thought that BJP had decided, I somewhere read that they are not going to do that. But I have a feeling that they may lose Inner Manipur, and Outer Manipur, which is goes to NPF, Nagaland People's Front, the NDA ally. They are going to get that seat. So that would be sort of my take on Manipur. Um, uh, gi- gi- uh, gi- um, Given sort of given that perspective, other seats of in the northeast of Meghalaya and Mizoram. Meghalaya makes very interesting sort of situation. You have the NPP, which is the Nagaland, not Nagaland, sorry, National People's Party, which is Mr. Sangma's party, which is a part of the NDA, which is contesting elections with it. I personally think that they're going to split the seats. One will go to the NPP and one will go to the Congress-led alliance. Again, Meghalaya is split into two sort of ST seats, and Agatha Sangma, who's the daughter of PC Sangma, I think is contesting from Tura, which is PC Sangma's old seat, and I think we are going to see sort of um, a, a a split between the east and the west side of Meghalaya. Same for Mizoram. Mizoram is MNF. That is there. It has one Lok Sabha seat. MNF has been winning that, and Zoram Thanga I think is going to win that seat again. I don't see ZPM. I mean, a lot of people are saying that ZPM has a chance and stuff, but I personally think that MNF might prevail in the thing. There is still a 2 or 3% margin of error, and all these seats are decided by 1 or 2% margin. So that is the situation in Mizoram. Um, gi- Moving from Mizoram to Assam. Assam is the most interesting thing, and I'm coming to Tripura and Nagaland at the end, right? Because Tripura and Nagaland, mein BJP has done some interesting alliances with the Tripura Matha and so forth. Assam, mein, there is the demographic issue. Uh, there is a serious demographic issue where 2 or 3 seats will go where there are more than 40% Muslim population, which is Dhubri, and you have the other seat of Barpeta. Now, last time, if Barpeta and Dhubri both were contested by Assam Gana Parishad, which is the ally of the BJP, and I think this time that is the situation as well. So if they win, that will be great. I saw a couple of opinion polls giving BJP about 11 to 13 seats in Assam. Okay, BJP plus. I don't see that happening. I see BJP is not a factor in those 3 or 4 seats. BJP can certainly win 7 or 8 seats pretty easily, and I think with Bodoland People's Front, and there are some strategic alliances here and there, they are going to win about close to 10 seats. So there is a chance they have, but I think it's going to be a 10-4 split completely.
सिक्किम बाकी रह गया ना, अपने को सिक्किम भी करना है.
No, we'll talk about Sikkim and Nagaland and Assam, but I just wanted to bring this point about Assam, that there are 10 seats, and and basically that is the. I don't see them getting their 11 to 13 seats happening again, and that is the reason why Assam ka mera jo issue hai usme hai. There are a few seats with which BJP should win quite easily. Your Guwahati, your Kaziranga, Sonitpur, Lakhimpur, Dibrugarh, Jorhat, Silchar, but where these happens, and there is another party there in Assam also, where Sushmita Dev has joined the Trinamool Congress. So TMC has there are a couple of seats where she's an old Congress hand, and there were old Congress seats. So there are a couple of seats where she is going to sort of cause enough damage to the Congress party on that. So how that happens is what we are likely to see and observe in terms of Assam. Now let's go to Sikkim. Sikkim is another fascinating situation, and I'll go to Nagaland and them in the end. Sikkim Democratic Front, or the SDF, they have usually captured the seats there. Now there is another party in Sikkim called the Sikkim Krantikari Morcha, led by Prem Singh Tamang, which is he was a vocal critic of Mr. Chamling, which is Pawan Kumar Chamling, who was the president of SDF. and Prem Singh Tamang, better known as, I think he's known as PS Gole. He's the current chief minister of since 2019. He has about 19 seats in the Lok Sabha, and I think he's going to win that seat. Now there is also BJP is going to candidate, like put up a candidate, but from what I understand is SKM is with the NDA, and he's like I think the split from the SDF. So Prem SDF is fighting on its own. So even if BJP loses this and SKM wins it, this seat should still go to the NDA. So that is my analysis from Sikkim.
Interesting.
Mhm.
So, but Northeast has a trend. Usually, they go with the assumed power center. And again, वो जो मैंने तुझे बात बोली थी ना कि फर्स्ट मंथ का जो वोटिंग ट्रेंड होगा उससे बहुत सारा ये होएगा. तो
Mhm.
नॉर्थ ईस्ट की वोटिंग कब कब होने वाली है वो बहुत
Um,
इंपॉर्टेंट.
Yes, exactly. So Northeast ki voting. If I look at Sikkim, so they are actually going to vote in 19th April in one of the first phases. So they are actually voting very early. Same for Meghalaya. Meghalaya, they are voting in 19th April as well. Assam is going to vote in three phases. The first phase with Meghalaya and Sikkim in 19th, and then in second and third phase in 22nd and 7th May. So Northeast should be wrapped up by in the first sort of 2 or 3 phases. So that is when it's happening.
Second and third phase, if the first phase the voting percentage shows a particular direction, Northeast will vote for that direction. Northeast is very clear in its voting patterns. They just follow what happens.
Correct. But one state sort of that has bucked the trend in terms of Northeast has been Tripura, because it used to vote for the left. But then since the BJP has taken over, Biplab Kumar Dev, that's become a BJP sort of god. And last time, Tripura Matha, which was like a by Pradyap Bikram Manikya Dev Varman, the erstwhile king of Tripura, or from the
Mm.
royal family of Tripura, they had joined, like sort of they had formed a different party and they were fighting against the BJP, but now they have been given one seat and BJP has one seat. So Kriti Singh Devabarma has been given Tripura East, and Biplab Kumar Dev himself is fighting from there. He used to be the chief minister of Tripura. Of course, right now it's Manik Saha, and so now I think what is happening is BJP has come up with two very strong candidates to fight. So I personally think they should win both the seats in Tripura, and they should win it with a comfortable margin. Tripura also, by the way, one seat votes in phase one, and the other seat votes in phase two. So BJP should be, campaigning quite a bit. They're a week apart, so it's not like they're too far apart and stuff. But when we talk about Nagaland is again, Nagaland is another situation where they are voting in phase one, and there is one seat which is the Nationalist Democratic Party, which is with the NDA or the NDPP, and they are fighting the Congress. First, it used to be the NPP, but now it's the NDPP, and I think NDPP should win it. So that seat also should go to the NDA. So if I look at Northeast as a whole identity, it is advantage NDA significantly.
Fair enough. I would agree with you. Now, I was thinking, let us go to Punjab, Haryana, Himachal. What do you think? That region?
Yes, let's go to the north belt.
ओके. पंजाब हरियाणा में देख 10 सीट हैं, हिमाचल में 4 सीट हैं और पंजाब में 12 हैं.
Mhm.
So let's start with Himachal, then Haryana, then Punjab.
Yes, so let's start with Himachal. Himachal is one of the easiest seat to predict, because Himachal, I think they are going to win like 4-0 quite easily,
Yeah.
because I mean the only seat where they got close was the seat of Mandi, and Mandi mein they have nominated a celebrity face this
सॉरी,
time.
पंजाब में 13 है ना, शायद 12 नहीं है.
नहीं,
मैंने
13 13,
Then,
13
sorry,
in
sorry.
thing, 13 in thing, 10 in Haryana, and 4 in Himachal. So Himachal mein there is this seat of Mandi where Kangana Ranaut should win comfortably, and that was the only seat they even got
अरे
close.
कंगना
Hamirpur.
रनौत को भी टिकट मिल गई अभी, बस यही
हाँ, last time in
साਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ
2019,
ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਲਓ बीजे ਵਿੱਚ
ले लो एग्जैक्टली। तो 2000 मतलब अब की बार 500 पार। सो 2000
हाय हाय
2009
हाय 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 बट टू हर क्रेडिट वो काफी टाइम से एचपी हिमाचल में जा रही है उस
हिमाचल में
एरिया में
है, एंड इट वाज ए थिंग दैट
अगेन
वाज।
आई एम वेरी क्लियर बॉस आई मीन
हम्म,
आई एम नॉट अ फैन ऑफ कंगना रनौत
हाँ
not the acting bit. Acting,
हाँ
she was always good. But
हाँ
her utterances on social media for the last 2-3 years, अगेन वो लोग अरे दूसरी साइड को देखो यार, दूसरी साइड भी चमन है यार, मतलब मेरे को क्या है, ये लोग
हाँ
क्या
मतलब
बातें करते हैं।
नहीं। एंड कंगना जी,
नहीं
to
नहीं
her credit, yesterday called that Sardar Patel did not know English, that's why he didn't become the prime minister. I'm like यार वो लॉयर थे यार इंग्लैंड से। मतलब I I I I
माफ कर
have
दो मुझे यार।
I have a lot of respect of why Sardar Patel should have been the first prime minister, but trust me, his lack of English skills wasn't, because he was very well proficient in English. So I
यार
had to,
मतलब क्यों हम लोग के साथ ऐसे हो रहा है यार, क्यों हो रहा है हमारे साथ ऐसे?
हाँ, so I mean, yes, that is the
वो
situation.
विजेंदर सिंह आके बोलता है कल तक राहुल गांधी को रिट्वीट कर रहे थे, आज बीजेपी को ज्वाइन कर लिया, क्यों हो गया? मैं सो गया। अरे ये क्या होता है यार, सो गया बोल दिया आदमी ने।
हाँ, सो गया, अब मैं उठ गया। So uh, so yeah, I that is the that is the funny that's the funniest thing on the whole sort of Himachal situation.
ये देखो, ये वाहियात लोग देखो, कंगना सुंदर है तो कुछ गलती माफ कर सकते हैं, थोड़ा सहन कर सकते हैं, ये हालत है, ये हालत है हमारे देश की।
ये देखो, I mean, this is tragedy, living
वो
tragedy,
दिल से
but
बोला है, वो बंदा दिल से बोला है।
दिल से बोला है, दिल से बोला है। but I'll tell you this कि in Himachal there is a serious issue in Mandi. There was, because Congress actually won it on by election from the BJP,
कंगना इज
and
अ गुड सिलेक्शन इन दैट सेंस, वो जीत जाएगी, शी इज अ गुड स्पीकर
but,
आल्सो
but
ना।
and the person who lost on BJP's ticket, his name was Kushal. So
हाय हाय हाय, मेरे नाम का आदमी हार गया,
नहीं, he
शर्म
was
नहीं आई उसको
he
हारते
was
में?
a no, he was a veteran, so I will not make just Brigadier Kushal Thakur. So it was a good face,
ब्रिगेडियर होके भी हार गए, कुशल और
हाँ,
ब्रिगेडियर
नहीं,
दोनों था।
because Pratibha Singh was fighting, na, but now Pratibha Singh has called Kangana the daughter of Mandi and all that. So I mean, ये खत्म हो जाएगा कि
कंगना रनौत इज गोइंग टू बी इन द पार्लियामेंट।
हाँ, she's going to be in the parliament, barring a major shock. But then Shimla is going to,
और इसके पहले कि लोग बोले कुशल ऐसे बोल रहे हो, हाँ भाई मेरी पॉडकास्ट पे मैं कंगना रनौत को नहीं बुलाने वाला हूँ, मुझे कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, मैं सिर्फ रो रहा हूँ इस देश की हाल पे।
so but yeah, exactly. So I mean, this is the issue in Himachal ki Himachal mein there is a big problem on this. But if you don't have anyone from Veerbhadra Singh's family, especially Pratibha Singh has essentially declined to contest. I don't know if she's now named as the nominee, but from what I had read, Congress is still giving issues. They are essentially going to lose that seat. And that is the same thing. I'll just talk a little bit about Uttarakhand as well, neighboring Uttarakhand. I think that's the same
और
situation in
चंडीगढ़ भी
Uttarakhand.
कवर कर ले यार, एक सीट है।
So Chandigarh is a very
नहीं,
Chandigarh is a,
किरण जी लड़ रही है क्या, किरण खेर जी?
no, I don't
नहीं लड़
think
रहे
Kiran
ना,
Kher will be
उनकी
has
तबीयत भी
been
ठीक नहीं है।
nominated.
आई विश
हाँ,
हर वेल। नाउ she is also from a film background.
हम्म,
Now here's, मेरे को फिल्म वालों से प्रॉब्लम नहीं है,
हम्म,
वो अच्छा काम करती थी।
हम्म,
I say this with all seriousness, हाँ किरण जी, वो
हम्म,
अच्छा काम करते थे,
हाँ,
सुनते थे लोगों को।
yeah, and exactly. And the issue with Kiran Kher is also कि भाई देखो काम करती थी, she was accessible, but then she got sick. Right, and so then there is this issue of Satyapal Jain is this old BJP hand who was a lawyer with with the BJP and stuff like that, and he was the ex MP of the seat from two occasions. So what how that pans out remains to be seen, but that is the basic issue कि वो कर पाएंगे या नहीं is what we have to sort of analyze on that.
या देख, मेरे को पूछे हिमाचल में सारी चारों हैं, आई थिंक चंडीगढ़ भी बीजेपी ले जाएगी। हरियाणा में मेन है, हरियाणा में अभी विजेंद्र को ये लोग ने, तुझे क्या लगता है विजेंद्र को इसके लिए लिया, जाट वोट के लिए हरियाणा में? और कोई तुझे रीजन लग रहा है, कोई विजेंद्र को लेने का कोई कारण लग रहा है तुझे? कोसों
नहीं,
दूर तक कारण लग रहा है तुझे?
there is no reason to get Vijender except to cause a little bit of embarrassment to the Congress folks. हरियाणा में तो मतलब कांग्रेस इज नॉट इवन मतलब सीरियस अबाउट इट. कांग्रेस ने अपने नॉमिनीज भी डिक्लेयर नहीं किए. आई डोंट नो सारे क्या कर रहे हैं. आई देयर वाज वन सीट where रोहतक का जो सीट था दीपेंद्र हुड्डा का, I thought he was declared as the nominee there, which he may be, but the other seats like Hisar mein there are still, Jay Prakash is there. There are still very weak sort of faces. Okay, so some nominees have been declared, they just haven't posted it on a certain. एक तो कांग्रेस की डिक्लेरेशन की strategy भी बहुत अलग है. They have been declaring it in phases, not in one. And Haryana actually votes pretty early in the phases is what is going to be this time. Acha, there is a second thing also with Haryana. Haryana is one of the states which goes to assembly elections later in the year. So dekhne wali baat hai. Now NDA is split. Jananayak Janata Party is no longer a part of the NDA. There is the JJP, there is the INLD, and then there is the BSP. So there are some serious issues when it comes to that. So what will happen to that remains to be seen. Aam Aadmi Party has been given one seat in Haryana, which I don't know if it's a smart decision or not, but I think Congress is so desperate to seal up an alliance कि वो आम आदमी पार्टी को कोई भी एक सीट दे देंगे कि भाई आप कर लो.
सबको दे दो.
हाँ, सबको दे दो वरना बैंड बज जाएगी. So but I think BJP right now, it is in such a strong position in Haryana. At best it will be an 8-2 sort of result for the Congress. The only chance they have is in that Karnal Sonipat belt, that those seats, the Karnal Sonipat Rohtak belt, where there is also some Jat votes, and then there is also some Bhupinder Hooda ka vote. They lost by a very small margin last time. So let's see कि Bhupinder Hooda what he can do and how they can sort of spin it to their advantage. So there is that situation. There is that situation which is sort of dominating the news in Haryana. But Haryana mein there is another face that we forgot that BJP has got, which is Naveen Jindal, who I am kind of shocked that they got, because Naveen Jindal and Savitri Jindal is also part of that, were very big sort of Congress face, and they have a huge sort of base, and there in more than literal, they have a financial base. They have actually supported Congress party quite a bit financially, and the only reason I think they were taken in the BJP is to have a financial dent to the Congress party.
पंजाब,
Yes.
बाय द वे, बिट्टू जी आए हैं, बहुत बड़ी एडिशन है ये.
Yes, Bittu ji is a humongous addition. I think Ravneet Singh Bittu is going to be a game changer for BJP in many ways. Sunil Jakhar being given, being sort of being the de facto BJP leader is another big thing. And that Aam Aadmi Party and Congress not having an alliance. There are three big things that happened in Punjab. AAP and Congress did not form an alliance. BJP did not go with Akali Dal, and BJP got some strong Sikh faces along with a strong Hindu vote. I cannot tell you this enough, and Kushal will probably bear me out more on this. The Hindus of Punjab did need a strong entity and so forth. And I don't know what, how we are going to get it forward on that. So there needs to be a serious sort of change in how we do it. And in the long term sort of arrangement in terms of Punjab, the 40%, 45% of the Hindu vote of Punjab is just not represented.
आई थिंक बीजेपी 2 से 3 सीट एट बेस्ट ले सकती है. कुछ लोग बोल रहे हैं बीजेपी 5 सीट लेगी. मैं उनको बोलूंगा इतने जज्बाती नहीं होते लाइफ में. मेरे हिसाब से बीजेपी पंजाब में 2 से 3 सीट लेती है.
Okay.
बेस्ट में बेस्ट सिनेरियो.
I think BJP can swing 4 seats.
क्या बात कर रहे हो? 4?
Yes.
कौन सी? अमृतसर, लुधियाना,
No, they have a chance in Amritsar. They have a chance
और
in
कौन सी?
Gurdaspur, Hoshiarpur, where Som Prakash will do it, and then there will be
क्या होशियार?
and then they'll have a chance in Ludhiana.
फेयर इनफ. लुधियाना में बिट्टू है करके चांस है.
Yeah, so then Bittu, Ravneet Singh Bittu has a huge chance in has a big chance in there. And I think also with Akali is not doing, there is a couple of seats where there will be like a split, and so
जट्टों
those
का
open
वोट
up.
स्प्लिट होने वाला है ना. जट्टों का
Exactly.
अगर वोट स्प्लिट हुआ तो उसमें बीजेपी को फायदा होना है.
Yes, so that is the I think there is going to be a big sort of issue, and I hope in hell that Simranjit Singh Maan does not win from Sangrur again. That will just be like a
जीतेगा.
big sort of you
वो
think
तो
जीतेगा
फिर
वो?
वो फिर जीत जाएगा. वो तो ऐसे ही होता है. उसके वहां का उसका वो है. अभी डिपेंड करता है. अगर अकाली स्ट्रॉन्ग कैंडिडेट खड़े करते हैं, अगर अकाली स्ट्रॉन्ग कैंडिडेट खड़ा करता है, फिर सिमरनजीत सिंह मान को दिक्कत होगी.
हाँ, सिमरनजीत सिंह मान को बहुत बड़ी दिक्कत होगी, and then there is going to be a big issue on how to sort of get
मनीष तिवारी कहां से लड़ रहा है? मनीष तिवारी कहां से लड़ रहा है?
Manish
नाम
Tiwari
सुना
is Manish Tiwari is fighting from I think he used to fight from Ludhiana,
लुधियाना.
if I was
लास्ट
not
टाइम लड़े
mistaken.
कहां थे? लास्ट टाइम लड़े कहां थे? लास्ट टाइम
Last
नहीं
time
लड़े
I'll have
थे.
to no, last time तो he didn't fight, but I think Manish
लड़े ही
Tiwari
नहीं.
has
मैं
been
वही तो कह रहा हूँ. लड़े ही
Manish
नहीं.
Tiwari has been Manish Tiwari, if I'm not mistaken, and I have to look it up, has been nominated from Lok Sabha from some other seat, because initially there were also rumors that Manish Tiwari would have been nominated from Chandigarh, or he was being looked at as a thing. I think he fought from Anandpur Sahib, if I would not mistaken. I think Anandpur Sahib is where Manish Tiwari fought from, and yeah, he won the last time. He won it last time about 46,000 votes. He has not been nominated this time. So वो क्या होता है?
लुधियाने से नहीं लड़े थे. मेरे को याद है वो लुधियाने से नहीं लड़े थे. उन्होंने मना कर दिया था.
हाँ, so Anandpur Sahib is what they have to what he fought it from. So I personally think NDA has a chance to win 4 seats, or BJP has a chance to win 4 seats on my own. No, he did win from Anandpur Sahib. He's a sitting MP. Ludhiana se to he didn't fight, but I think he changed
मैं
his
बोल रहा
seat.
था लुधियाने से नहीं लड़े थे. मैंने ये बोला.
Correct. No, you're right. मैं मेरे से दिमाग में I was thinking something else. And given the fact between Haryana, Himachal, and Punjab, the BJP should get about close to 16 seats, and that's a huge thing, because overall between those three states is about 27 seats. Add 4 to 5 seats from Uttarakhand, because Uttarakhand में they should win 4 seats easily. मैंने बोला था कि एक सीट में there is a 50-50
में
chance.
टोटल 5 है.
हाँ, एक सीट में there was a 50-50 chance because of शायद अग्निवीर and so forth, but I think they are going to win that seat very comfortably, and there is no chance that they anything else happens in that seat.
तो
So
लक्षद्वीप कौन जीतेगा? इन द वर्ड्स ऑफ द ग्रेट रामदास आठवले, जब भी मैं बैठता हूँ, जब भी मुझे दिखता है शिप, याद आता है मुझे लक्षद्वीप.
No, I think Lakshadweep should go to the PM Sayed ka beta. He will win it again. I mean, it's one of those island seats, true island seat. The एक family सालों से जीती है. I know Ajit Pawar's folks have been given, because he was from NCP. and then
Oh,
Ajit
नहीं.
Pawar's folks is there, but ठीक है. That is like Wayanad, right? A lot of people are gay कि Surendran Wayanad जीत सकता है, boss. If he wins, amazing, because it will be unbelievable. But the problem is, the issue there is demographics.
Yeah.
And they are not going to be able to win it, and they are not going to be able to do it do it at all. So how that sort of remains, how that happens in the long term, remains to be seen. And there is going to be a huge sort of issues with, in terms of what how Wayanad and stuff comes up as well. And 60-65% Muslim population, Congress is going to be winning it in a landslide, unfortunately.
Yeah, so नहीं तो ठीक है, लक्षद्वीप हो गया, फिर पुदुचेरी मेरे हिसाब से बीजेपी जीतेगी.
हाँ, पुडुचेरी बीजेपी का एलाई है, ऑल इंडिया एनआर कांग्रेस, दे विल विन.
वही मतलब वही
एंड
जीतेगी.
हाँ, सो एनडीए हैज अ चांस एंड दे विल विन दैट क्वाइट इजीली. एंड
अंडमान एंड निकोबार.
Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Andaman and Nicobar will go to BJP. It has voted for BJP in for a long time, and I think it should vote again for BJP
मैं
this
ना
time.
छोटे छोटे ज्यादा देख रहा हूँ, तो फिर
हाँ,
लद्दाख का तो
so
छोड़ दे अभी.
वहाँ पे
गोवा
विश्व
गोवा हम लोग ने
विश्व
लास्ट टाइम कवर किया था ना.
Yeah, we talked about it. तब तक साउथ गोवा के नॉमिनी नहीं आए थे. Now Pallavi Dempo
आ
has
गई
been.
थी.
नहीं, I
आ
don't
गई
think
थी.
Pallavi. Okay, okay. I thought Pallavi Dempo was named after. But regardless, I think Goa should be one seat comfortably to NDA. South Goa is a 50-50 seat. Pallavi Dempo is a strong candidate, comes with a local factors and stuff, comes with a strong bank, so to speak. And they'll have to see if Francisco Sardinia ke samne how they deal with it, because South Goa has a lot of Christian population. But Shripad Naik should sweep home. So at best for BJP is a 2-0. At worst, it's a 1-1 split between them.
हाँ, तो जम्मू एंड कश्मीर में तो कुछ होना ही नहीं है ना.
Jammu and Kashmir is a very interesting thing. So because of the change in borders of Udhampur, there is a big issue with sort of with the candidate. So Jitendra Singh is the candidate from Udhampur, but BJP has realized there, because Congress has put up two strong faces. Ek to Lal Singh hai, who was with the BJP, who was with the Congress, who went to the Congress. The other is Raman Bhalla from Jammu. So, but Jammu, I think they should win. Udhampur is a 50-50 seat, and Mr. Modi, Mr. Shah, and Yogi Adityanath agree, because all three are doing rallies in Udhampur in the next week. So if people think that, ये तो ऐसे ही बोल रहा है, the top three will not be doing rallies back to back in the Jammu
और
Udhampur
लद्दाख में
region.
क्या होने वाला है? बीजेपी जीतती तो है हमेशा.
No, BJP won it last time. So Ladakh is a strange seat. Ladakh is like 50% Muslim and 50%
Shia.
Buddhist. So Shia
Yeah.
Muslim. So the Kargil area, where there are the majority Shia Muslims, that's the area where you are having issues with the BJP, and Congress usually ends up nominating a Buddhist candidate, which splits the vote. So last time they won because there were 4 candidates, 2 Muslim candidates, 2 Buddhist candidates, and the vote split 4-way. And then it just became a free for all. So that is the issue of Ladakh, and how that happens and how that uh, 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 translates into long-term electoral votes for BJP remains to be seen. But I personally see 2 seats going to BJP from Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, and National Conference winning 3. Ladakh is a 50-50 grab, where Congress does have an outside chance. So I don't think it's going to
What
be
do
a
you
3
think of Abdullah Senior singing Ram bhajans these days?
वो हज पे भी, इसीलिए वो हज पे गए थे. उमर अब्दुल्ला पोस्टेड दैट हज वीडियो फॉर वन रीजन अलोन, बिकॉज वो खुद भी डर गए थे कि इतने राम भजन गाए तो जूते ना पड़ जाए कश्मीर में. सो वजीर डिस्को इज बैक टू वजीर डिस्को और वजीर भजन इज बैक टू डूइंग व्हाट ही डज बेस्ट, प्लेइंग टू साइड्स. बट आई, टू हिज क्रेडिट, एनसी इज नॉट गॉन. इट्स स्टिल अ फैक्टर.
चलो, ये सारे छोटे छत्तीसगढ़ तो हम लोग ने लास्ट टाइम कर लिया था ना. छत्तीसगढ़, झारखंड हम लोग ने लास्ट टाइम कर लिया था. असम कर लिया था लास्ट टाइम.
असम नहीं, अभी तो किया ना असम.
असम कर लिया, ओडिशा,
हाँ
ओडिशा भी कर लिया था
हाँ,
हमने।
तो वी नहीं, ओडिशा आई डोंट थिंक वी डिड, बिकॉज़ ओडिशा में लास्ट टाइम द इश्यू वाज़ कि ओडिशा में देयर वाज़ बीजेपी
हाँ,
बीजेडी वाला सिचुएशन।
अभी तो
अम,
अलायंस हो गया ना?
हाँ, नहीं हुआ ना अलायंस, कहाँ हुआ?
नहीं हुआ?
Nay, they said no to alliance. That's what I'm saying. So the Odisha is back to being open again. Now BJP and BJD are fighting seats together. Now BJP has nominated a lot of stalwarts. You know, you had again Bolangir, Sangeeta Kumari Singh Deo, Jay Panda is back from Kendrapada. But the most interesting
I
one
hope
is
he wins. I like Jay Panda, very nice
yeah,
man, a true
good
gentleman.
man. They have Bratuhari Mahtab, who was used to be a long time associate of Naveen Patnaik, but then Naveen Patnaik has nominated this bureaucrat as his Pandian, I think that's his name, as his successor, and so he switched to BJP, and he's the nominee from Cuttack. Cuttack is a seat that BJD has not lost for the last 5 or 6 elections, and now they also have Dharmendra Pradhan, Jewel Oram, and so forth. And so BJP is looking at a very strong thing in Puri, where last time was Sambit Patra versus Pinaki Mishra. Pinaki Mishra, after a lot of interesting reports, is not fighting the Lok Sabha elections this time. So he won by only 11,000 votes. And Sambit Patra is going to win it this time. I'm going to say he's worked very hard in Puri. He stayed out of TV studios. You don't see him much in debate. He's worked on the ground. He is going to win it this time. So this time, BJP, in my opinion, is going to win at least 10 seats in Odisha. Maybe 8 seats for sure. 8 seats
Yeah,
for sure.
I agree with
But they
10.
are,
I agree with 10.
they are, yes. So,
I'm with you on this.
yeah, so V Karthik Pandyan is the de facto chief minister of Odisha, and Naveen Patnaik's thing. So let's see how that works out.
तो अभी अभी कौन सी रह गई यार? अभी तमिलनाडु हम लोग ने लास्ट टाइम ही कवर कर लिया था ना?
Tamil Nadu, yes, exactly.
केरला नहीं किया था ना हम लोग ने?
Kerala
20
nahi.
सीट्स, 20 सीट्स है
Yes,
केरला में। तेरे को क्या
correct.
लगता है बीजेपी को कितनी मिलेंगी? 5?
बीजेपी को नहीं 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 नहीं
मैं
मैं
एक गिन रहा हूँ, मैं एक।
मैं मतलब टीवी स्टूडियोज में तो रहता नहीं हूँ, सो आई कांट मेक क्रेजी क्लेम्स विदाउट एनी एविडेंस कि 5 सीट मिलेंगी बीजेपी को केरला में. सो लाइक आई सेड, द पीपल विद स्ट्रेट फेस वर गिविंग बरपेटा एंड धुबरी टू बीजेपी इन असम, एंड आई एम लाइक ये सही है. 2 seats in Kerala, Thiruvananthapuram and Anil Anthony's
मिस्टर
seats.
थरूर का सीट?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not saying Milegi. So there are 3 seats where they have real contest in Palakkad, Thiruvananthapuram, and Patanamthitta, where Anil Anthony is standing from one.
आई होप अनिल विंस, आई रियली लाइक हिम.
Yes, Mr. Tharoor and Rajiv Chandrasekhar, again, a very good face. Hope Rajiv Chandrasekhar gets it. Is getting That's the battle royale in Kerala. And Suresh Gopi is sending from Thrissur. That's a third. And then from Palakkad, Sri Krishna Kumar is standing. So Palakkad, last time, I think it was Shobha Surendran that was standing. Or no, it was Krishna Kumar who won 20% of the vote last time, 22%. So Shobha Surendran is standing from Malapula, but I think she's not going to win because that's a strong Muslim candidate seat. So I think she won't win. But I actually think they have a chance in 4 seats. So Suresh Gopi, Rajiv Chandrasekharan, and Anil Anthony have a legit chance. Patanamthitta, before a lot of people jump up and down, and I've said this, BJP got 29% of the vote last time. The winning margin was 37%. The LDF vote is collapsing. Now, there are 3 things that can happen in Kerala. I had heard rumors that the LDF, BJP wins only if LDF vote splits. Congress ka vote base in Kerala is the Christian vote and the Muslim vote. Okay, and some of the Hindu vote. They are not going to split and go towards the BJP. So if the LDF splits, it's the Christian vote and the Hindu vote that splits. If that split happens, LDF will collapse. If BJP wins 2 seats, mark my words, it'll be difficult for LDF to win even 2. And I think UDF would win 14 or 15 seats or something. So
Hmm.
that is the situation in this. And folks, I'm going to tell something. We Our plan was to cover all the states, but agar nahi ho payega, we'll do a special part 3 and stuff. I had a commitment where I had to go, like an emergency that came up, so we're going to try and wrap up as much as we can in the next 10-15 minutes. But my apologies, mea culpa, Kushal.
Yeah, no, we'll cover the rest of the seats later
We
on.
can
तब
even
तक
do
और
we And we can even do one on the weekend or something, like a Saturday or a Sunday, and just wrap
नहीं,
up the
आराम
part
से
3 or
करेंगे
something.
नेक्स्ट वीक यार, तब तक और सीट्स आ जाएंगी. देयर आर जस्ट couple of questions. There's actually only one in Rajkot. I am not getting that feeling. ये feeling अभी क्या feeling शू या मतलब
No,
what
no,
is
there is a
feeling?
very interesting thing that is happening. So I don't think that is देखो, 2004 is a curious thing. 2004, and Rajkot folks are a little worried about it, because for good reason, because Rajkot was a seat that actually voted for Congress, and it's a strong BJP seat. But BJP has having to deal with a different issue in Rajkot. In Rajkot, right now they have Parshottam Rupala as the candidate for BJP in Rajkot, and he's been in a bit of a pickle because of some comments that have made in situations about what you may call Kshatriyas and Dalits and Rajputs and he's gotten into a sort of a pickle. He's even sort of uh, apologized, taken back his words, and so forth. And that's what makes it even more interesting. But I still think BJP should win 26-0. At most, the only chance that Congress has is 2 seats, Amreli or Sabarkantha. Sabarkantha is very significant, where because BJP actually changed their nominee after their local. But if it is 25-1 or 24-2, Amreli and Sabarkantha are Congress's best choices in Gujarat. The other seats, it just the and maybe Dahod, but an outside chance. And again, I'm clutching at straws here. I'm trying to find seats. Everything else, BJP, the margin is so huge, like 2.5, 3 lakh votes and stuff like that, is going to be doing that.
Okay, somebody has said, love the analysis. Just for your information, KC Venugopal is standing in
Ah,
Alapuna,
yes,
and
that
that's
makes
why
sense.
Suba is standing there. Tough fight.
Good point, because that is a Muslim seat. But if KC Venugopal, a Hindu face of the Congress General Secretary, is standing there, Shobha Surendran is going to go and get it. And again, there is an interesting thing that about 2020 to 24 sort of percent of votes. If they call us with BJP, then they need a certain amount of Christian votes. So there are Christian votes in Kerala, organizations which have actually worked with the RSS. And I know this personally by having talked to several RSS leaders on the ground, where they have worked with RSS and they want to take on the Muslim League in Kerala, and by aligning with the BJP. So don't be surprised. I think Kerala will be a bigger surprise than Tamil Nadu this time.
Another
Not in
question was on Fanmo.
huh.
This is my first time voting. How should I evaluate candidates? Now, I would like to give this one a go,
Hmm.
because there are 2 3 ways you have to evaluate how your voting patterns are done in India. First of all, understand your electoral system in India. It is not like the United States of America. Here, because of the anti-deflection law, you're not voting the candidate, you're voting the political outfit. That is primary point number one, because your candidates actually have to follow the whip of the party in the parliament. So whatever the party decides, they vote that. So you have to look at party, not candidate. First, see which party you want to vote for. Then you come down to the candidate. You see, is the candidate a first time candidate? What is their record, etc., etc. This is all I have to say. Now I hand it over to Adit. Always remember, party first, because the Indian system is not the American system.
I agree, party first, but also there are two things. You have to A, look at the party and what the long term interest of the party represents, but B, you also have to look at, has the candidate been sort of a complete non-performer and stuff, and then if you actually feel that the other candidate is a performer. See, the issue where the party comes in is if both are at an equal footing. But if one candidate you find it is better than the others on a local basis, you absolutely can vote for him. Split ticket is absolutely okay to do if you are voting for an assembly elections. I have known of people who have voted for one party because they care about nationalism and national issue in Lok Sabha, and have voted for an independent in the local ward election because they've said that मेरा जो काम है municipality का, this independent does it better because he has no party affiliation and stuff. And so you can absolutely do that. What people don't realize is India too can be a decentralized democracy if we choose it to be. So at a local level, at a sub national level, you can vote other way. But in Lok Sabha elections, unfortunately or fortunately, parties do take the fray because it does matter what they stand for in the long term.
Look, my answer is crystal clear. You have to vote for the party at the national level and the assembly level because that's how Indian politics is structured. At the municipal level, you have to go candidate first, then
Mhm.
party second. But at the state level and the national level, the way the Indian political system is set up, now I did not set it up to be the way it is. So don't shoot the messenger. The system is you have to vote for the party no matter how bad the candidate is. I know it sounds unfair, but I didn't make it. Blame Narasimha Rao and all the politicians that came after him who created this defection law where you're basically disqualified if you go against the will of your party. तो मैं क्या करूं? मैंने
Yeah,
नहीं बनाया ये. मैंने नहीं
yes,
बनाया ये.
yeah, absolutely. And then the issue is you have to you there are two ways to look about it now, that if you do not like, if you think that we are the presidential sort of election system, so then you have to sort of look at it at a look at it sort of split up and look at it from another. Can it work for a country like India? Is the Are the issues of Bellary and Kolar in Karnataka the same as Udhampur in Jammu? Or is And you have to again understand one big thing which I keep telling: India is not blessed with Canada and Mexico as its neighbors. You, so there is a very interesting. Americans don't need a visa to go to Canada or Mexico
Hmm.
because there are do you want that system with our neighbors? I don't think so. We don't want to look at westward and say that I have a no visa. So there are very various other issues at play, and
The
we are
day India stops a visa for Pakistan, I'm leaving India.
so but my point is, so there are multiple issues at play, and multiple things at play. And one thing I'm going to tell you, this Lok Sabha election will also tell us that people will vote how they want on local issues, because not every candidate is going to win. I personally don't think the BJP is going to cross 400 with the candidates and names, and BJP knows it because a lot of old hands have been given tickets, right? If Mr. Modi thought that he was going to cross 400 just by there would have been a purge. Don't you think so, Kushal? Like, a lot of old hands being given ticket is they want to make sure कि भाई अपनी 300 तो बची रहे. Then what we get is an additional bonus on top of it. That is why you have a Shivraj Singh Chauhan or Vasundhara being accommodated, Mr. Khadse being accommodated. In Karnataka, there's a strange situation, right? And we'll analyze Karnataka. I'll go into detail
या
when
या
we go
वो
into
तो
part
पार्ट थ्री
three.
करना
But
पड़ेगा क्योंकि
but
हमको
but
कर्नाटका करना पड़ेगा डिटेल में, बिहार करना पड़ेगा डिटेल में, बहुत सारी स्टेट्स
झारखंड,
हैं.
बिहार, कर्नाटका,
झारखंड.
झारखंड नहीं, बट मैं कर्नाटका में एक फनी बात बोलने वाला हूँ. सो बीजेपी इज इन अलायंस विद जेडीएस इन कर्नाटका. ओके. जेडीएस में मिस्टर देवेगौड़ा सन is contesting from Mandya. Devegowda's grandson is contesting from Hassan, and Devegowda's son-in-law is contesting on a BJP ticket from Tumkur. So, so BJP has taken a big risk on that. They have also given JDS another seat in Kolar. So I don't know if the candidate, I don't know, has been recommended. I don't know if Mr. Devegowda is looking for family members to contest, or will it be someone else fighting from Kolar. It could be an old BJP hand also fighting from Kolar. But Karnataka is a mess. But even then, the issue is over there is DK Shivkumar. And even, like, I saw Times Now's poll yesterday, they are giving 5 seats to Congress in Karnataka. So don't completely count them out in Karnataka. वो बीजेपी को तंग तो करेंगे. शिव कुमार is not going to give up
Yeah.
वहां पे.
And he's a strong state leader. So
Hmm.
we leave it at that, guys. We will have a part 3. सो आप लोग कंप्लेंट ना करें एंड वील ट्राई टू फिगर, मगर पार्ट 3 के पहले हमको एक आईपीएल का भी करना पड़ेगा, क्रिकेट का पॉडकास्ट, वो नेक्स्ट वीक करते हैं। आदित्य बहुत कुछ हो गया आईपीएल में, इतने सारे मैंने वीडियोस इकट्ठा करके रखे पहले। बाय द वे आदित्य, कांग्रेचुलेशंस ऑन गुजरात लूजिंग यस्टरडे।
I have two fingers raised up. I cannot tell you which ones. पता नहीं उंगली ऊपर आ गई, पता नहीं कैसे।
देखो, एज ऑफ नाउ आई एम अ मुंबई फैन। देखो कल मैं मुंबई की इकोनॉमी को कंट्रीब्यूट करने के लिए, एक मिनट रुक, मैं कस्टम टी शर्ट ऑर्डर किया मुंबई का। मां कसम, इससे घटिया चीज मैंने नहीं देखी है। लुक एट दिस गार्बेज गाइस, ये घटिया शर्ट देखो, ये क्या गोविंदा की शर्ट बना के भेजी है इन्होंने सालों ने। ये क्या है? व्हाट द हेल इज दिस? मैंने अपना नाम और नंबर 18 करवाया, ये लोग ने उसको झाकड़ू माकड़ू गोल्ड गोल्ड करके भेज दिया है मेरे को। यार क्या बकवास है ये शर्ट। 4,000 रुपए मेरे वेस्ट हो गए। इतनी गंदी शर्ट पहननी पड़ेगी। मेरे पास 2 मुंबई इंडियंस की शर्ट है अभी। मगर guys, we will do the next week, we'll do a IPL podcast, and after that maybe the third or fourth week we'll do part 3 of the Lok Sabha. I just want more candidates to come out. When more candidates come out now, we get a better understanding, और तभी थोड़ा मजा ज्यादा आता है। But as always, Adit, pleasure talking to you with you buddy। मुझे मालूम है तुझे गुजरात की हार का बहुत बुरा लग रहा है, मगर ठीक है, सह ले थोड़ा।
सह लेंगे, ये भी सह लेंगे थोड़ा।
So guys, go follow Adit. His Twitter handle is in the description of the podcast. Also, you guys can check out Mind Makers. And once again, before we leave, to all of you, my book Nastic: Why I Am Not an Atheist is finally up for pre-order on Amazon. So if you have not pre-ordered it right now, shame on you. Go pre-order it right away. जाओ खरीदो ताकि मेरी book बहुत सारे लोग पढ़ें. And if you are not going to buy the book, once again, shame on you. And other than that, you can always support the Cārvāka podcast by liking this video, leave your comments in the comment section, subscribe to the channel. If you want to support the membership program, do think about joining the membership program on YouTube, Fanmo, Patreon. Agar audio listener ho, to just leave a rating on the audio platform. And you can buy the merch on kushalmehra.com too. I will see you guys next time. Until then, namaste, take care, bye-bye.